Seguimos.
What could be in this photo?
Reconstruye la foto. Por acá. Ya, uy. Tendrás para rato. Vamos arriba para Daisy.
For Daisy.
Daisy.
Interesting.
Puta, negrito.
Little Grace
Igual te
said
espero
he
acá
did
cuando
not let me
llegues.
down.
Si no, para ver algo. Ya, para que te vayas a descansar, qué chucha. Pero igual te espero, mi brother. Analiza la escena de... Ya, sigamos. El gatito... esto no lo vi. Pharma sleep. Take a pill before... ¿Cuántas se tomó, weón?
A box of sleeping pills.
¿Cuántas se tomó? Para abrir la caja fue... Espérate, vamos a hablar con... A ver, la
I'm
noche...
sorry, doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
A ver. Ay, carajo. Sí. No voy a decir dónde, pero a ver, tienes que pasar por... No conozco ese lugar. Ah, ya, pero el otro sí. ¿De dónde a dónde estás yendo? Que tienes... Uy, brother, ya a esta hora. Con cuidado, mi brother, ¿ah?
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Con cuidado.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
1 hora, 9 minutos para llegar allá, weón. Qué locura, weón.
Thank you for your help, doctor. I shouldn't leave until
Pero igual
I
agarraste
finish
una chamba
inspecting
que no te
the
jode
crime
tanto porque te vacila la moto, brother. Imagínate que tengas que chambear ahí sin que te guste la moto. Dirás, puta, tengo que conducir esta mierda.
scene. I shouldn't
Al menos
leave
por ese
until
lado
I
está
finished
bien.
inspecting the crime scene.
El transporte, eso te relaja ya. El transportarte en tu motaito.
This
Cerradura,
door
la puerta por un lado.
communicates with compartment
Con el
204.
204.
The latch is open on this
Por acá
side.
entró el asesino es Chimpandolfillo.
I shouldn't leave until
Pero
I
no hay
finished
relación de-
inspecting the crime scene.
Bien inspeccionado, ¿no? Ah, esto falta.
The snow is falling only lightly this
¿Pisadas?
morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window. I shouldn't leave until I...
A ver, es el día del asesino, a ver. A ver, ¿qué fue lo que pasó? Selecciona dos elementos que revelan la forma más probable de que el asesino saliera de la habitación. ¡Gociro!
Ocho manco.
Negrito, ¿en qué andas? ¡Ah, la mierda!
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
No puedo salir por la puerta del pasillo.
I must admit I'm not
¿Cómo lo
right
explicamos?
this time. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Estás cagado de hambre.
I do not think that's the right answer. So, the murderer must have exited through Madame Hubbard's room. That's the right answer. Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Este.
No, not good.
Ella.
That was easy. I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
Mm. Ay, de las mismas.
I wonder what could be in this photo. I wonder what could be in this. I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene. This door communicates with compartment. I shouldn't leave until I have finished. Expensive clothing, recently laundered. Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchett. I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene. I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene. I wonder what could be in this photo. I wonder what could be in this photo.
Mil flores, había 1000 flores. Cogió 10 flores. Para hacer un ramo. De repente los ramos convirtió en un embarazoso. Claro. Tenía 1000, agarró 10. 990, ¿no? Y en una mariposa esas 10, la de la mano. Y las flores del cielo volvieron a multiplicarse, había el doble. 990 más 990. Olvidé lo de las 1000 flores, ¿no? plata.
Not very surprising.
Por each, para cada persona dolida y bueno, ese, ¿sabes? Tu muerte se avecina, jamás lo olvidaremos. Vamos a ver si está bien. Por cada persona herida, sufrirás sufrirás, you will suffer. Claro, eso me olvidé, el mismo daño, tu muerte se acerca, no lo olvido.
Unusual letter, this.
Llamar a Cairo, chequear la carpeta, los de Orient, el 15. Estaba el 15 a las 3 de la tarde. Llamar a la café el 11 y a las 3 de la tarde chequear Dinero TV. El 17 desayunar supongo con H, arribar a ella, mandar a Cairo a La Plata. El 17 Fontana de Ivanillo.
A meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials A.W. Ratchett had an appointment he will never keep.
Este y este. Antes de la noche del crimen.
I must admit I'm not right this time. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Debido a las amenazas, claro.
Think, Poirot, that is not a good answer.
Pues es muy tranquilizante. No, y sin embargo, claro, yo no entendía por qué tomó.
I can't imagine Ratchett taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
Que trabajan para Ratchett. Estos dos.
That's the right answer.
I think I've seen everything I need at the moment. I am counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
So, Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchett was the target. Of that I am convinced. Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchett was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend himself. I also found several other items at the crime scene, possibly related to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means, Poirot. As fast as you can.
I also found liquid for an electronic cigarette, but I could not find a vape. This might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar car if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you
Primero
a
lo
few
primero.
questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you. Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
I will do everything I can to help.
First of all, tell me about yourself.
Very well. My name, as you know, is Pierre Michel. I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Francés.
That was easy.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Are you a smoker?
Indeed.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No, tobacco only.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchett retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually, before we left Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman, and then his secretary, the young American gentleman, Monsieur McQueen.
And that is the last time you saw or heard of him?
No, monsieur. You forget that Monsieur Ratchett rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Where were you at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar car. I came back later. There was a call. I remember speaking to you.
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hubbard. She thought she saw a man in her compartment. Then, around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchett's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
What is the last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come on board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Volver a hablar.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Ya, eso lo hago después. Ya, acá nos quedamos.